Okie dokie. So we have our tea this time. Smooth move, constipation tea. Woohoo. That's the first sip of the night. So it's been just over 24 hours, like 25 hours since I recorded the evening before going into day one. So today I just literally wanted to kind of give you the rim and roll of kind of how the day went and what maybe to expect. The thing I believe I did right about this is I kind of had really cut back on my diet the day before too. So it feels more like day two as far as energy is concerned. I had eaten my last meal pretty decent, but throughout the day I had only had like a pastry, half of a pastry yesterday morning, and then an early dinner, which was orange chicken at night, not anything else. It was just like a single ingredient meal too. So it kind of gave me the opportunity to expect only so much in my system to be flushed. That's a really big key, because when you're drinking this that night before you start your cleanse, you start feeling it instantly. And then by the morning, the worst part of the day was waking up and drinking that salt water quart. Then it's not just the drinking of it, right? The taste is so like whatever. I just downed it as fast as possible. It's not easy to just drink salt water straight away. The difficulty is that then I had to go directly to work, and so like if I drink that first thing, 50 minutes later I'm at work, and instantly as I'm walking into work, first movements of the day, needed to flush. So what I had to do is I didn't just drink that salt water to flush that taste out of my mouth as well. I ended up making 2 of my lemonades right out of the gate in the morning. Now that's another thing where maybe I need some feedback, but I don't know how long I should be waiting to get that flush of the salt to kind of be in my system. The downfall is right as I'm getting to work that hour, I'm ready to go to the restroom. Like, it was the first thing I had to do when I got there, and then within the first 3 or 4 hours there, it's just a matter of staying close and staying on a routine so you're not slipping up or any type of urge whatsoever. Like, just go. Do not question whether you need to or don't. It's not like a hold it situation. So you just go. Luckily, I kind of had some foresight on that, so just did it, As uncomfortable as that is about this as a cleanse, it's really nice to know, like, being prepared is half the battle. Now, like I said yesterday, I think going into my day, it was supposed to be a pretty light day. It didn't end up being as light as I would have maybe wanted it to. However, I was able to manage through, and there was like a pretty evident depletion of energy, but it was less about the energy and more about this like craving for liquid, because that salt water, when you put that in, this is the main point of day one, getting used to this. When you put that salt water in you, it parches everything. So, I mean, I don't think this is necessarily cheating, but I did have to go and mid-shift before my first lunch or break or whatever, and I took a couple glasses of water too, just fresh water straight. Obviously it's still liquid, so I don't think I'm cheating. Everything else has water in it, but I did add at least probably 16 extra ounces of water in that early part of the day that weren't induced with also the lemonade ingredients and such throughout the day. So that was just like a word to you as far as what to expect on day one. If you can avoid it, don't do anything within those first hour to 3 hours of your day. And if you do have to, then make sure that you're readily available and prepared for backups in case there is any situation. Second thing, I packed my bag, a backpack basically, with the juicer, with a couple lemons. I think I took 3 lemons today, with the cayenne pepper, obviously the maple syrup. And I did make all the lemonades with cold water, minus maybe like 2 of them, because it was just a matter of timing and didn't want to have to run all the way across the store to get the water that I would have preferred. However, throughout the day, and I'll do the math and recheck this, but I'm fairly certain that I made through 4.5 lemons. Okay, so if you're estimating like 2 tablespoons per half of a lemon, then basically that equates to an even 9. However, I have been aware that there was extra squeeze and extra juice left over, to where I made at least 3 extra on top of that. So I'm fairly certain that in total, my number is more around 12 lemonades for this first day. And I'll do the math on how many lemons it is. I tried to buy the biggest, juiciest of them when I was picking them out. For cost's sake, I might just have to go to Costco and get a bag going forward, because 50 cents a lemon right now does add up. I also went through a full 8.5 fluid ounce of maple syrup almost throughout the whole day. There's like maybe 1.5 to 2 more lemonades that I can make out of what I have left in that original bottle. So prepare for that. Definitely buy bulk maple syrup, grade A. And really otherwise, noticeably, when I was working and seeing food throughout the day, it's very much mental. It's not so much a physical craving, definitely, but I'm definitely thinking about it. Like someone else that I watched on YouTube that had done a document series too, like, it's very, very true that first day it becomes very apparent that eating is kind of more of a habit than it is necessity in a lot of instances. At least for within 24-hour period, it's pretty easy to maybe fast for 24 hours, especially when you're cheating with this diet. So as I've been told and advised, like day 2 is when the real energy depletion will become more evident, and different things. So I have quite a bit going on tomorrow, including work, but like I said, luckily it's a short shift. And the main thing that I think I was able to help me through day 1 was when I got home from work and I felt tired. I came home, drank some the lemonade, sorry. And then I ended up taking a nap, and that helped me make it through the day a lot more well rested and without too much extra energy. So that's one thing I'm just gonna give you as a piece of advice going throughout the day is, if you need rest, like when you have those cravings for food and it's about your energy depletion, use meditation or sleep or whatever it is that you can do. So with that said, let's go ahead and bring this over. And oops, sorry. Let me get this all oriented. Alright, so I'll bring in this tone. Hopefully you can hear it. It should be able to. I noticed yesterday's video you weren't really able to focus in on the solar plexus. But this meditation, I believe, also did help, because it's really a matter of intention when you're going through a cleanse like this. Like, allow your body, ask your body, give it permission to just rid all that stuff. Right? This tea right here, this does an amazing trick of getting everything going. But when I can only imagine after tomorrow, with all this permission, like, get rid of everything in 2 days of no food whatsoever. And when I say food, obviously I mean just like hearty food, chewing food. This liquid diet is very strict, very limited. But just giving my body permission to rid itself of all the excess, all the poisons, all the buildups, So I encourage you also to go ahead, find a 528 hertz frequency, meditate, use your other skills, because this isn't just a physical purge, this is an emotional energy draw, and this is a spiritual endeavor as well. If you want it to be, if you want to make it that way. That's my goal anyhow. I hope you enjoy the video. Peace be with you all. Have a great night.